Hey guys. Hi DM of the Veil. Hi AJ. I can see you guys better in the chat now. Because I'm on my computer today. I'm still getting it set up, but I did get my new camera set up. So hopefully you guys can see it's extra high definition over here. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well, thank you, AJ. It was kind of rainy today, so I don't know. I kind of like rainy days, so that was nice. Hi, Deniland. Hi, Absolute Carnage. Hey, everyone on TikTok too. I'll still read TikTok chat, but if you want to see the gameplay, you need to come over to Twitch. I'm Reisuka with the underscore at the end. And today I thought we could go back to a little bit of Jurassic World Evolution 3. Make Jurassic Park together. They're celebrating our uncle's birthday today. Nice, nice. Hi, Nautical Menace. Thank you for the heart in the poem. Hi, a model. Hey, Sheen Dragon. Yeah, I think I took a little bit of time off stream. Only like a few days though. Just because I've been trying to get it all set up. Australia was fun. I really want to go back and do like go more into the, you know, wild places there, like the outback and everything, but it was still really cool. I got to go to Brisbane and I got to see the Australia Zoo, which was amazing. It was like really the best zoo I've ever been to. And then I got to go to another sanctuary like zoo where you feed you can feed lorikeets, and they had a lot of cool animals there too. And I got to go to Gold Coast and see the ocean, see Surfers Paradise, so that was fun, and got to meet some new people, which is cool. So yeah, but I definitely want to go back. You spent $500 for your daughter's hair. Nice. I'm sure she loves it. Dino Mommy Facts. Yeah, I'm always gonna have more Dino Mommy Facts for you guys. Don't worry. Do I fly Quantas? No. What do I think of Concavenator? Concavenator's really cool. It's weird. I don't think it had a spine necessarily. Hi, Super Steamboat. Yeah, I definitely think that dragons were inspired by dinosaurs, and I know there's kind of like a lot of people on the internet who love to go around and say, like, dinosaurs are a conspiracy to keep you from learning about dragons, but I think it's the other way around. I think dinosaurs inspired dragons back in the day when people didn't really know how anatomy worked as well, and so they kind of thought, you know, like dinosaur bones look like dragons. Like I could totally see that, but nowadays we know they're not dragons because we can compare them to living animals, and we can see like so many little features on their bones and reconstruct them and figure out what their anatomy was. So I mean, the way that we put skeletons together, it's not just like random. It's like, you know, we have evidence for each part that we put together. So if it was a dragon, then when we put the skeleton together, we would have something that looks like a dragon. I mean, and we just don't. We have something weirder and cooler, you know. Oh, thanks for coming, AJ. Hi, Boris. Can I talk about the discovery yet? Not yet. Not yet. But, yeah, let me pull up Jurassic World. I got these new Pokemon headphones, guys. You know I'm Pokemon girl. I've been playing, like, I have a Switch, so I would have to connect it to my computer, but I've been playing Pokemon Fire Red, or Leaf Green, I guess. I picked Leaf Green because it had more fire Pokemon, ironically. I've been playing that on my Switch. That's been fun. I think I'm just about to go down to, like, Cinnabar Islands right now. In that game, so. My favorite fossil Pokemon, probably Aerodactyl. I mean, he's just so cool. He's like a pterosaur and a dinosaur mixed together. Of course, my epic games right now is bringing up Fortnite, which I really want to play, but I couldn't find my Xbox controller in time, guys. I just moved, so we're doing Jurassic Park instead. But that's okay, because that'll still be fun. Okay, let me switch so you guys can see the actual game. What is happening? My camera is not working on this page. Hold up, guys. I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. Here I am. Something weird's going on with my streaming app right now. But I fixed it. Okay. You're visiting a dinosaur exhibit about dinosaurs found in Hungary and Romania. That's cool. You'll have to tell us how it is. Oh yeah, I played the demo of Dino Blade. Is it out? Is it out? I would play that right now. Although I said I was gonna play Jurassic Park, so I'll play Jurassic Park, guys. But next week, Dino Blade. I'm also gonna stream this weekend, but it's gonna be more like IRL streaming. But for gaming, I'm gonna have to do Dino Blade. Okay, you are rebuilding your paleozoology library. Oh. Yeah, I have a really good book. Hold on. Behind me, because I just brought some of my research books up here. You guys can see my Pokemon plushies and Pen and my dinosaur research books. Yeah. I would say that if you're looking for a book that's like a good bridge between experts and, but you could still read it, like even if you don't have, aren't an expert in this, it's Avian Evolution. Like I use it as an expert because it's just a really good overview of like all of the different, you know, fossils we have between dinosaurs and birds. So this is like if you're like me and you're nerdy about how dinosaurs evolved into birds. It's Avian Evolution by Gerald Meyer, and this is a second edition. I think it's online too. But yeah, this is like, I use this one all the time. It kind of like, it's a little like nerdy, but it's basically you can like understand it whether you're an expert or not. And it gives an overview. So it kind of gives an overview of like each group of living birds and the fossils we have for them, like a good overview of that. But in the beginning, it also gives you a good overview of dinosaurs in general and like dinosaur evolution, how they, different like theories about flight and stuff like that. So I would say if you're really into dinosaurs and evolution, that's a good like, a book that captures both like expert attention and popular attention. So yeah, that's the main one I recommend to everyone. I don't really have, in terms of like other dinosaur stuff, I just like, as you guys can kind of see behind me, all of those little books, like each one of those is a scientific paper that's been bound into a tiny book. So you're probably not going to be able to access that unless you are at a university that pays for scientific journals. Like a lot of the other information I get is from the literature. But yeah, if I come across more books about just like extinct dinosaurs only, I'll let you guys know about that, because I know that's probably more of what you guys are looking for, but that's what the real paleontologists use. You're watching from Egypt. Welcome. Is paleontology more theory-based or practical? I would say people have spun it both ways. I would say in the past it's been more of a theory-based thing, but it's always been practical to a point because you're basing everything off of the bones you have. You can only go as far with theory as the evidence lets you, Oh, thank you, the Volk314, for following on Twitch. Ada. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the best science and the best paleontology, therefore, is done from more of a practical standpoint, like, by which I mean basing as much as you can off of evidence, because paleontology in the past, people would come up with crazy, wild, like, hypotheses about what dinosaurs did, and they didn't really have evidence for it a lot of the time. But good paleontologists now, like me, like, will use biology and comparing dinosaurs to living animals and basically everything that we can, like the climate, what other dinosaurs were living around it, even non-dinosaurs. Like, we'll try to use everything we can. Metabolism, soft tissue, anything possible to try to, like, get a better understanding of what these guys were actually like. Because, yeah, we want to know about the real animal and not something we made up, because then we wouldn't have to go into science, right? Hi, Clam Bubble. Hi, Melina. You follow me from Instagram. Thank you. Yeah, Dragonair is one of my favorite Pokemon. Hi, Star Wars Steve. Hi, Jerome. How are you? I'm doing pretty well. Your daughter wants to be a paleontologist. That's awesome. I'm rooting for her. Have I ever been in Egypt? No, but I would love to go to Egypt. I've always wanted to go since I was little. Okay. I'm gonna actually try to launch this game. How do I feel about Digimon? Digimon's fun. I was always more of like a Pokemon girl, but uh, I have a couple videos on Digimon because they definitely have some dinosaur inspired Digimon. But yeah, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. I just always thought, you know, like Pokemon was a little more my thing. I love that opening of the T-Rex. Okay. And hopefully you guys can hear the audio now. Let me know if you can't. How did I become a dinosaur expert? Well, basically, I kind of like became a paleontologist in a roundabout way, I guess. Like, when I was a little kid, I really wanted to be a paleontologist. I saw Jurassic Park, and I would go to museums and see dinosaurs and love it. And so part of me did kind of know that's what I wanted to do, but as I got older, like, I wasn't never really sure, like, how to do it as a job. And then as I got older, like, I kind of gave up on it, like, was exploring other things. I was kind of, like, into drawing and painting, and so, like, I actually got my undergrad degree in drawing and painting at first, but then I got back into science through anthropology, because I started getting into, like, human evolution and archaeology. And so I double majored in like archaeology and anthropology along with art. And like I went to field school for anthropology for my degree, which is where like you have to go out for an entire summer in the field. And I did like a zooarchaeology field school, which is basically like where you go into an archaeological site. So it's like a site where there's, you know, human remains and human pottery and all that, whatever artifacts. But then there's like a zoological side. So meaning like there are animals preserved at the site. So there's a little bit of paleontology. It's like half archaeology, half paleontology. And I like got assigned this project. It was kind of crazy where I had to like basically get through as many animal bones as I could from this site within a span of like 2 weeks and write a paper about it. And I just wanted to see like how far I could push myself. So I would just like stay up. I would like go to lecture in the morning. We had lecture in the morning. We would hike all day, go to different sites, identify bones, come back, and then sit around the campfire. And then I would like go in and into like the cabin or whatever and work on these bones like all night. And I got through over 2,000 mammal bones. And I just thought it was really fun to like learn the anatomy. Like, so yeah, that was kind of like my first like serious paleontology experience, I guess. And I wrote a paper on it like on that week and had to present on it. And I was like, okay, I'm like into this. And then I went to grad school for dinosaur evolution because I started getting interested in the bigger like evolutionary questions. And to me, like the question of how extinct dinosaurs evolved into living dinosaurs or birds has always been like the most interesting evolutionary question to me, other than human evolution. Like human evolution is really cool too, but you know, I would say dinosaurs is like, you know, I've always loved them. So for grad school, I immediately like gravitated towards that and just jumped in and started like learning about bones, learning about anatomy, and basically like putting in like, you know, they say 10,000 hours, but it's probably more like 100,000 hours that you really need to be a paleontologist or more, because, you know, it takes many years to get a PhD in this stuff. Um, and so, yeah, like once I started with that, it was like just years and years of going in the field and identifying bones and learning more and more about anatomy and learning about as many dinosaurs and as many birds and as many weird in between creatures as I could. And going all over the world to museums to study those things and find more of those things. Um, and I don't know, it was like the more I did it, the more I wanted to learn more because it's such a big mystery. It's like, it's one of those mysteries you can spend your whole life delving into and not even crack the code. So that's why I love it. And yeah, I'm still cracking the code to it. Dinosuchus is awesome. It's popping up in a lot of museums lately. She wants to go to Yale, nice. Favorite dinosaurs I like to cuddle with. I have some dino squishmallows, and I have a little stuffed sauropod. Geological history course, that's cool. Okay, T-Rex question. How many different types of tyrannosaurs? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's like definitely several different species. A few years ago, like some people tried to split up T-Rex into a few different species, but I don't think personally there's enough evidence for that just because that study was only based on like things that could vary across individuals. But Nanotyrannus is definitely a real thing. I don't know if you guys were following that, but there used to be a debate as to whether Nanotyrannus was like a young T-Rex or a different species. And last year, new evidence came out to show that it is a totally different species. And I made a whole YouTube video on that. So if you want to know more about that, you can go learn about it. But yeah, that's something we're always kind of doing as paleontologists too, is we're always going back and like revising species and revising our knowledge as we're building it, because the more you learn, the more you realize you were probably wrong about what you did in the past. And that's part of like what makes science so cool and exciting and like, full of possibility, even though it can be really frustrating. And that's why you kind of have to, I think, take your ego out of it and take your bias out of it as much as you can, because, if you're a good scientist, you want to go into these things without having made up your mind already about what the answer is, right? Because if I knew the answer, like, first of all, the world's too complicated for me to know all the answers. That would just, you would be an egomaniac if you thought you knew all the answers about how the world works. And it'll just make you a bad scientist if you go in trying to force things to fit your idea of how the world works. So I think the best science is done when you can go in and keep an open mind and then see what the data tells you, and don't try to jump to conclusions. Or at least, even if you have all these ideas about what the data is telling you, just, it's good to not get married to an idea. So that's why, ideally scientists keep ego and bias out of it, because it makes for better discovery. Okay, so Vault of the Killer Bees said they're wondering how difficult it is to find samples of soft tissue. Do I use tissue of species that are genetically related? So all of the tissue on stuff I work on, basically anything older than the Ice Age is going to be like a complete fossil. And when we say that, what that means is all of the soft tissue, it looks like soft tissue or it looks like bone. But actually what happened is that when the animal died, sediment covered it, and through the fossilization process turned all of that stuff into rock. So it's kind of like an optical illusion. Like, yes, we are seeing the real shape of the bone and the soft tissue that was left behind, but like chemically it is a rock, if that makes sense. So we can't actually get like DNA or protein or anything out of it. But we can see the shape of bacteria, or the shape potentially of a protein, or the shape of the bone. So we can still learn a lot about the living thing, but we can't like take out the DNA and compare that to DNA of a bird, for example. So usually what we do when we compare birds, like living birds, to dinosaurs is we look at structural things. So physical things on the outside we can compare it to. So like, you know, feathers, skin, scales, claws, feet, bones, every little feature on the bone. Like that's usually what we're comparing if we're talking about anything older than the Ice Age. If you're talking about Ice Age and up, that's where we can start getting some real DNA and some collagen and stuff like that, because those things are what we call subfossils. So subfossils are like, yeah, these things died and the fossilization process kind of started, maybe. Or in some case, they were in such a cold area, they became like mummies, which is really the best place to find DNA. But like, they're not fully turned to stone. So like, there's still actual living tissue. So hopefully that clears that up. That's why, you know, we can get DNA out of mammoths and Ice Age things like dire wolves, because those things actually died thousands of years ago, which, yeah, that sounds like it was a long time ago, but it's really not. It's really not at all compared to the history of the Earth. I mean, the dinosaurs, like, you know, they were around since, you know, like over 100 million years ago. And they died 66 million years ago. That's so long ago. Like, DNA barely holds up from thousands of years ago. So, basically, there's no way we're getting that out of a dinosaur. For better or for worse. But yeah, we can find soft tissue in the form of, like, impressions or rock taking the shape of, like, those tissues. And it happens, like, I would say more than you would think. Part of it too is like, we're also figuring out new technologies all the time on like how to actually get that stuff out of the rock. Because in the past, people only, like paleontologists in the olden days, would only care about bones. And they wouldn't really care about like the soft tissue, like feathers, and pigments and things like that. And so they would kind of blast through rock and get bones of big dinosaurs, which is cool, but in the process they destroyed a lot of soft tissue, you know, because we didn't really know that was even possible to have it preserved until we've like found some new preparation technology. And then they also like probably have destroyed so many like, you know, velociraptors and bird like dinosaurs, because those dinosaurs, like, those are the ones that I'm more interested in. They're so tiny, and they have such hollow little bones. So yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. I know a lot of people ask that because, you know, that was my first question too. Becoming a paleontologist, I was like, immediately like, so can I make Jurassic Park happen? Trust me, guys, I looked into it. I would have tried. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Dino Kids. Oh, thanks for following Dr. Nuo Death, Ada Ada. And the Volk. Ruku-san, Melina. Oh, you're a Power Rangers fan. I did a video on them. Why are mainly hadrosaurs found mummified? So yeah, again, like dinosaur mummies, it's basically a dino mummy that turned into stone. So there's still like no living tissue there. But I think hadrosaurs are usually found mummified because like we have so many of them. For some reason, they're really common. Like I found them in the field all the time. I think they're just like a larger dinosaur, and maybe there were a lot of them. Maybe their bones are denser. I don't study hadrosaurs, so I don't really know the specifics of that, but my guess would be just because they're more common. We also have a lot of like ankylosaur, nodosaur mummies, and that's because nodosaurs are basically like other ankylosaurs that don't have the club at the end of the tail. And the reason for that is because they're covered in armor. So, you know, the harder and denser your bone is, the longer it's going to last. It's kind of just like common sense if you think about it. Like, rock is going to infill that. That's going to be a super solid rock that's like hard to shatter. It's hard for the elements like wind and water to erode that away. Versus if you're like Velociraptor, you know, or Deinonychus, and you have hollow little thin bone, like probably even if you did get fossilized, which is a really rare process in the first place, probably you're going to get broken up into little bits when you get eroded on. Yeah, it is sad to think they accidentally destroyed the specimens. On the flip side, that's the hard thing about paleontology. On the flip side, we wouldn't have any specimens if some people didn't try to look for them, right? We wouldn't know about dinosaurs. Oh yeah. Time to see where we were, guys. We're back in Nevada. What do I think would be the tastiest dinosaur? I don't know. I think they would all taste like either chicken or gator. Probably like, you know, herbivores would taste a little better. Or maybe less small little velociraptor snack, like just roast it and like corn on the cob.
All those old structures that were on the site when we got here.
Hi, Charlie.
Exactly shout high-end establishment. Remember, you can demolish.
Remember, if you guys are on TikTok, come over to Twitch if you want to watch actual park builder footage.
Do a good job, and I might hire
Dre
you to
Suka with the underscore at the
revitalize
end.
my porch.
Okay, so we gotta do an expedition. Oh. Thank you for the cheer, Dr. New Death. Ada ada. D Ruth 1, thank you for following me on Twitch. Ada ada. Okay, our science center. Let's see what's going on. We gotta extract some fossils. Okay, where should we go? Compy, Dimorphodon. A Margosaurus sounds fun. Oh, Eutyrannus. Okay. Definitely gonna do Eutyrannus. What dinosaur would I realistically have as a pet? Probably a really tiny one, like Anchiornis. Microraptor. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. Yeah, usually I have watch parties too in the Discord. This month I've just been moving, like, well, really for a couple months. Um, but I'll start those up again soon, guys. Oh yeah, I definitely feel like Godzilla's a dinosaur for sure. Put scenery blueprints. Okay, I guess I'll make him have a nice fountain. Oh wait, but this is Nevada. Maybe let's make it more deserty. Have a little gate. Have some trees. They want me to make the park look pretty. Need some palm trees. Okay. Yeah, Compsognathus. Compies can be a good pet unless, you know, you have more than one. If you've ever seen Jurassic Park 2, you know what I mean. Increase dinosaur visibility. I don't even know if we have dinosaurs at this park. This looks like pterosaurs. Yup. But he wants pasture. Okay. How big do I think Mosasaurus is? It's about half the size of the one in Jurassic Park. Now he wants it more barren. I make it have more pasture. Now he wants it the other way. Now they seem happy. I love like the noises that the pterosaurs and the dinosaurs make in Jurassic Park. I think they did a really good job of like imagining that. Even though for T-Rex, like, it would have a more bird-like noise to it, but I think the lion roars still sound really good. Okay, we got the viewing gallery. We need them to see those pterosaurs. Oh, this game best not be calling pterosaurs dinosaurs. Is that what's going on here? I'm pretty sure it is, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, now I need a power source. Did that? No.
If this site runs out of money, well, that would be a crisis in its own right.
Ooh.
Use the arrival point to open the park. Then we can get back to work.
Okay, we're gonna research tours now so they can go in the little gyrosphere. Why is this not? Oh, I'm glad you're here, Dr. Bristle. Lizard. They do kind of, the dinosaurs do sound kind of dolphin whaley. Ah! You like the kid out of the dry. This is my favorite ginger ale, kid out of the dry. That makes sense to me, Santa Gira. Thanks for coming, Melina. Yeah, even if we could de-extinct dinosaurs exactly, DM of the Veil, we wouldn't have their internal microflora that they need. Especially, I'm sure herbivores needed it to digest all of the giant trees they had to eat. And speaking of giant trees, if you haven't noticed, we don't really have many left on Earth. So they would have nothing to eat. And then what are the, the carnivores, it's a little easier because at least we could maybe, feed them a bunch of farm animals. But, I mean, kind of seems a little frivolous when we can't feed everyone in the world already. Open park. We're opening the park.
Our client wants more species on site. This is a non-negotiable part of our
Hey
contract.
guys,
So do whatever
if you're
needs
on
to be done to
TikTok,
make it
I will read the chat there, but if you want to see the actual park builder footage, come over to Twitch.
Is step one.
I'm Raysuko with the
It's
underscore
crucial
at
to
the
get right.
end.
The proper environment will keep these animals happy enough to prevent us
Difference
from-
between Carcharodontosaurus and Giganotosaurus besides size. There's a lot of different little bony features. And Carcharodontosaurus, the teeth are also different. What game am I playing? Jurassic World Evolution 3. Aw, thanks, Vault of the Killer Bees. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. I did not finish playing Dino Crisis yet, so that's another one we need to finish together soon. So yeah, I need to figure out where we were. So I didn't want to make you guys be bored and just watch me figure out what we're supposed to do next. But yeah, we'll do that next week then, since Dino Blade isn't out. Evolution 3 is really fun. It's definitely, yeah, similar to the other games, but I think the animation, the graphics are a lot smoother, so I enjoy it. But I can't figure out how I was moving before. My view got messed up when I looked at the pterosaurs. Okay, I think I fixed it. Wait. How did I do that? Oh well. Okay. I have to research aviary domes right now. Be right back, guys. I'm researching aviary dome. I'm pretty sure I already like have one though. Enclosures. There we go. Even though I have an aviary dome, I gotta research more about aviary domes before I can build 4 more aviary domes. All for pterosaurs, not even for birds. I see Jawas. Thank you for following me on Twitch. Ada. Because in case you guys didn't get that, aviary, aves is the Latin name for bird. So aviary is basically bird cage. Hey guys, any content with Dana? We have a lot of content we've made. I'm sure you'll see some in the future. We filmed a lot of TikToks last year that we still have to edit. Can we get a fit check? Yes, fit check. I'll give you a fit check while we're researching dome. This is my outfit. You Tyrannus, I'm so excited. Acast 420, thank you for following. Ada. It's only $50,000 to extract a Eutyrannus genome. Can you guys imagine? It would be so cool. Okay, but now we can start on our next expedition. Let's do Margosaurus. Need some long necks. Yeah, yogurt stations, dino probiotics. Hi, it's Lycan. Yeah, I have a couple Dinosaur Sanctuary mangas. I have the first 2. I haven't gone deep into it, but I love seeing like the little illustrations on Twitter. Three-arm creations. If I could discover a new type of dinosaur, I would like to discover a dinosaur that is a link between extinct dinosaurs and living birds that tells us as much as is possible about how they evolved and how flight evolved and how they dispersed around the world and how the extinction affected them. That would be the ideal fossil. Thank you guys. Yeah, I just got this chair from Secret Lab. They didn't give it to me. I just bought it, but yeah, it's pretty comfortable and pink. Okay, our expedition team's available again. I get. Oh wait, we're still working over here, but we have another one. Ooh, I want to go to Antarctica. Let's go to Brazil. And, okay. We have, see, but they do call them flying reptiles when I go over here, so good job. Good job, Jurassic World. They are flying reptiles. I'm out of money, guys. I spent all my money on research already. That would be typical of me. But it's just so exciting to go on the expeditions. Oh, I think I can like sell some stuff. Wait, yeah. Your favorite dork. Thanks for coming. If you guys are on TikTok, remember to come over to Twitch. I'm Risuka with the underscore at the end if you want to see the Dino Park. Okay, so we're gonna have to be getting more people in the park, guys. We're gonna have to be taking their money, putting that into the dinosaurs, getting these genomes up. Are you ready? Are you ready to fulfill your mission to get the aviary dome? Offer them free dinos, yeah. Ticket is $1 million, but you get a free dino. We've actually found dinosaurs in Antarctica. It is definitely really difficult and expensive. So, like, just getting there logistically is really hard. Like, an expedition to Antarctica is minimum $1 million. But there are cool dinosaurs there and even cool, like, bird fossils there, too. So, yeah, it's definitely a place I want to go to, but takes a lot of money and getting the grants at the right time. And, also, Antarctica isn't owned by one country. Like, every country kind of owns a little bit of Antarctica is the idea. So, where our territory is in Antarctica is always kind of shifting too, and where you're allowed to go. So, yeah, a lot of that used to be funded by NSF, which is the National Science Foundation, federal government. But a lot of that funding now is not available for paleontology. So, that's why I always encourage you guys to support me through my bot movies and all, you know, just coming to stream and watching videos, sharing, talking about it to people, whatever. All of that helps support my dinosaur research. And yeah, I would love to make it to Antarctica someday. It's definitely a goal I have. But not right now. Can't afford it right now, but let's manifest it, guys. Let's manifest. Brazuca Raptor Antarctica trip. Thank you, Daniel. Kickstart for Antarctica expedition. That, you know what? Maybe I will do that. Maybe I will do that. Yeah, Shinji, get in the aviary. We need all hands on deck for aviaries in Antarctica. Meanwhile, oh hey, I was just sitting here and my park made over $200,000, over 300,000. So, hey, that was pretty good. You guys did a good job. Good job, guys. Oh yeah, meet the raptor. The guests go in, but they don't come out. But then they can't help us pay for dino research. What made me become a paleontologist? Basically because I've always loved dinosaurs. And I love studying how they evolved into living birds. I think it's such an interesting evolutionary mystery. Not only because it will tell us a lot about how dinosaurs and birds evolved, but also because if we can figure out that mystery, then we can learn so much about evolution in general and how vertebrates evolved. Because birds, like us, are vertebrates. Like, they are animals with a backbone. The only vertebrates are fish, birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians. And, you know, the more we learn about evolution in one group, that can lead us to have more insight into answering evolutionary questions in other groups, because other groups also have a ton of questions. Like mammals, for example, have a similar issue where like they also appear to have evolved super rapidly after the extinction of the dinosaurs. So, you know, the more we learn about one animal, the more it's like all boats rise, you know, as they say, the more we learn about everything. I don't think aliens made humans or evolved dinosaurs because it's too complicated. Our evolutionary history in our Earth is too complicated. I mean, why wouldn't they just make it simpler? I think we have enough money for an aviary now, guys. Oh. Boom. Boom. Why are we building so many domes? Boom. Meanwhile, I'm like getting Tyrannus DNA, but whatever. It's gonna be fine. I can tear these down later. Check my Instagram and my Twitch. They have all of my links. Okay, so we gotta get Kayuajara. Let's see. Okay, so they want us to make this kind of a pterosaur park, I guess? Fossils. Okay, they're busy. Yes, I have heard the song I'm a Paleontologist. It's funny. I guess that's true in a way, DM of the Veil. Yeah, exactly, Santa Jara. Have I dug up saber-toothed tigers? No. I have got to see some mammoth sites. I did help to dig up a mastodon before. The moving's going well. I'm pretty much moved. I just like am kind of setting up everything, doing the finishing touches. So it's been a journey, but I'm almost there. What's happening with my TikTok? There we go. Have I been in Patagonia for work? Yes. I found a titanosaur there and theropods and an ornithopod and lots of hadrosaurs. Hi, Gopher Stroker. How are you? Yeah, I definitely had to. The anime figures and the cosplays, I feel like, take up the most space. They say scientists are within 5 years of creating a dinosaur. Probably not, because we can't get DNA out of fossils. Ooh, okay. What should we pick, guys? I think the nursery kind of sounds fun. Let's make baby dinos. Yeah. Now we need more of this genome. Okay, now we have to like make baby dinos, which I'm not sure how to do that. We're gonna find out, guys. We're gonna find out where babies come from. We need more money. Lord Cronus, thank you for following me on Twitch. Ada. I know. I mean, how do I do it in Jurassic World Builder? I guess I have to hatch them. We need to wait till the park makes more money. But people are mad because I think they're mad that they paid a lot of money to see like 2 pterosaurs, guys. I would be kind of mad, but like, I don't know. It would still be so cool. Like, my favorite epoch, definitely Maastrichtian. I love you guys' answers. Yeah, I'll do Dino Crisis next week. We gotta finish it. Yeah, only 2 dinosaurs. The only, I can't remember where we were in Dino Crisis. I feel like I might have made an error where I have to restart something, but I'm not sure. But thank you for the heart, Ada. Thank you, Jordan Knight and Kevin. Ada. Well, technically true. Storks are dinosaurs, so maybe baby dinosaurs and only baby dinosaurs get to ride in the stork because they are also dinosaur guys. That's my opinion as an evolutionary biologist / paleontologist.
Time for us to make use of that genome, don't you think? Go ahead, synthesize.
Hell yeah.
Incubate, release, profit. Oh wait, did I say that last one out loud?
That genome. Let's release the genome. There's too many jokes, guys. Okay. But we still don't have enough money from our park. That's the problem. How can we see what people are mad about? Okay, they want more accommodations. And they want more... Well, they like the dinosaurs, which are pterosaurs. Anyway. But they need more shelters. They feel unsafe. You know, that is kind of fair, I guess. Kind of fair. Okay. I think these are accommodations. So maybe they would like this bathroom. You're welcome. And maybe they would like food. Why can't I place this restaurant? Here we go. Okay. Yeah, they just want to feel cozy while they watch the dinos and the pterosaurs. True, they need drinks. That's a good point, Santa Jara. They need drinks in the middle of a desert. Okay. And they need shelters, I think. I forgot where those are. Here. Here, so you guys will feel safe now. Okay, we went up a lot. Except with accommodations, but we're getting there. They want shopping. We don't have enough money. Hi, Ice Lord Umo. Have you been playing Fortnite? Yeah, true. Go for Stroker. Yeah, it's like you're trapped in this desert theme park, so you have to buy drinks now.
Attention personnel. returning helicopter.
Let's put a jukebox, a fountain. Okay. Maybe they want some ice slushies.
Fueling generator.
I think we need an attraction. I realized maybe I should not have put it there. 'Cause I don't have any pterosaurs in there yet. Okay. Fixed it. Oh, what do I think about the bag? I'm actually gonna make a video about reacting to the bag from T-Rex Collagen. So keep an eye out for that. I'm glad you asked about that. Do we know the life expectation of dinos? For some dinos we do, because we've been able to do what's called histology, which is where you take a little slice of the bone and you can look at, you know, the inner workings of it. And bones are kind of like tree rings where, like, each year that a dinosaur grows, you can see how much bone was laid down, and you can see like how many years a dinosaur was alive based on how many, you know, it's kind of like a tree. It's like the rings in the bone. And it's more complicated than that, but that's the basic gist of it. And same thing's true for like human bones and other types of bones. But yeah, I know I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but I know like T-Rex life expectancy was about 26. So basically, if we find enough dinosaurs and we do histology of enough of them, we can get like a good idea of how long they were generally expected to live. Thanks for coming, Charlie, babe. Have I seen Dinah's Xenon? No. That sounds cool, though. Hi, Maxwell. Thanks for coming, Charlie. You've been a good boy. You've all been good boys and girls and dinos. Good dino nuggets. Let's see. We're up to 241K, guys. You know what that means? We're about to hatch in this dome. Okay. Let's modify the genome because we can. It's green. Make it green, or I kind of like the red. I kind of like making it like a red dragon. I feel like the colors don't really stand out. Okay, let's make it... Oh, we have to do research first. Okay, but we can do this one. So we can make him live extra long. He's gonna live to 1,000 years old. Okay. And begin. How do we know T-Rex and lizard had a lizard-like hide and not feathers? It probably did have feathers because we have found like close relatives of T-Rex called Eutyrannus, for example, that were covered in feathers and they were pretty large dinos, so probably T-Rex had at least some feathers. Then we found like some dinosaurs that are not as closely related to T-Rex, like Carnotaurus, that were also large predators that were scaly, and we haven't found feathers on them yet. So probably it was like a mix of feathers and scales, but it honestly could have been covered in feathers. Like, we just don't know. But best hypothesis, or the one that's most consistent with what we know, is that, yeah, they probably had some feathers. You think dinosaurs with feathers made them less scary? Okay, I have to ask you guys if you think dinosaurs with feathers are more scary or less scary, because I used to think they were going to be less scary, but once I've seen, once I saw actual reconstructions of dinosaurs with feathers, especially, like, I've seen some in person, they were really scary. Like, I've seen some at exhibitions where they had life-size T-Rex with feathers, and it was really terrifying. It was kind of, like, more terrifying because if you imagine T-Rex moving quickly and more like a bird, like a grackle or something, which is what it would more be like, I think that's kind of scarier versus, like, a slow-moving lizard, you know? Lord Cronus, thank you for following and subscribing. Ada. Hi, Emma Porta. Yeah, cassowaries are the most dangerous bird in the world. I actually got to pet a cassowary, or not pet it, but feed it, sorry. I wish I got to pet it. I got to feed it when, at the Australia Zoo. That was really cool. Ooh, a nocturnal. Okay, let's make a bunch of babies. Oh, we need more money for the eggs. Dinosaurs, some dinosaurs have a larynx and some probably had a syrinx. So dinosaurs like Ankylosaurus had a larynx, although their larynx shows that they probably made bird-like sounds. And living dinosaurs and a Cretaceous dinosaur that is probably a bird, but you know, it's still a dinosaur from the Cretaceous. Vagavus had a syrinx. So probably theropods and dinosaurs closely related to birds had a syrinx. We don't have fossil evidence of it yet, but that is, like, generally agreed upon. Finding a syrinx would be great. Would be great. What if T-Rex had long arm feathers and that's why he had tiny hands? That'd be really funny. Yeah, it was really cool because the cassowary, I didn't realize, like, because I've dissected them before, but I've never got so close to a living one, which was cool. And I didn't realize they don't have tongues, so he would just, like, kind of gobble Well, like, not really gobble. Like, they would, like, so carefully take their beaks and, like, pick up a piece of food and then just, like, swallow it back. They would just basically, like, yeet it back into their throat because they didn't have tongues, so they would just have to throw it back there. They have no, like, no tongue muscle to push that stuff back. It's crazy. And their beak, like, was giant, so I was kind of scared that it was gonna hurt. Like, they don't have teeth because they're birds, obviously, but it felt so soft. It was like a velvety skin thingy, like, touching your hand and just, like, boop. Yeah, it was cool. But they have a fence up, so you only get to feed the cassowary, like, over the fence, so they can't slash you with their feet because, yeah, like you guys are saying, they are the most dangerous bird in the world, notoriously, because they have a super sharp razor claw on their inner toe. So, yeah, unfortunately, could not hug and pet the cassowary. It was still cool. It was really cool. It was one of my highlights. If you guys are on TikTok, I will read the chat on there, but remember to come over to Twitch if you want to see my Jurassic Park. Memory Suka with underscore at the end. Cassowary bigger than emu. I feel like they look like they're about the same height, but cassowary might be a little smaller, but more like, but its body is bigger. Like, emu might be taller, if that makes sense. I would have to look that up. Yeah. It definitely had to put the fence, but yeah, they're really cool to see. They really do. If you guys look up videos, they look like dinosaurs walking through the park or walking through the forest when they walk. They're beautiful. And their feathers are actually, like, they look really brightly colored, but when you see them, like, against trees and everything, like, they really look like, they camouflage really well. Defaded. Thank you for following on Twitch. Ada. Shoebills, yes, they look grumpy all the time. They are really cool and terrifying. Want to see some dinos? Yes. Right now in this park, we have no dinosaurs. We only have flying reptiles. But they're cool. We only have pterosaurs, so right now we're making them. Here we go, guys. Finally. He's a little baby. He would never hurt nobody. He a little dragon baby.
Their struggles to adapt should be evidence of this. But you reject that fact, and you endanger human life in doing so.
Damn, the hackers are coming for me, guys. We're getting canceled.
Must be allowed to take its course without human intervention. If that means a re-extinction of dinosaurs, so be it. We are extinction now.
You know what? Low-key agree with these people, though. Like, if this was real life, they should hack into the billionaire Jurassic Park and, like, threaten them. Low-key. Because you know that this technology would not be used for a good reason.
Nature should be revered, but the situation
I don't know. This is my first time playing through this whole game, too, so.
On Isla Nublar, the dinosaurs aren't isolated on an island anymore.
Dinosaur Land in Florida. Do you mean the Jurassic Park world in Universal?
But I suppose people will see what they want to see.
Am I a dork? I mean, probably. I'm definitely a nerd. I don't know what the difference of a dork and a nerd is.
Dressed up as a fact of nature. Our work is too important to allow this to slow us down.
Geez, your self-belief is admirable. You know, others have had that same
Okay. It's a movie thing.
Let's say mixed results.
Let's keep doing what we're doing. It's not like they'll actually be able to stop us anyway, huh?
You like turtles. Turtles are cool.
Are gonna expect
We don't have a big fossil record of them. They're actually pretty rare.
Get them the amenities they deserve.
This poor little
And if
baby,
someone can
my
get you a
baby
high-end meal
pterosaur.
and a fluffy bathrobe while they're at it, all the better.
They're
Finch,
not comfortable
not to
enough.
tempt
My
fate,
babies
but
need to be
I'm not
comfortable.
Sure that this site is quite disastrous enough to justify a crisis manager. Your team is handling it rather well.
I have to agree.
He
As
needs
nice as it is to
arid
see you, Lily,
environment.
This seems like an unnecessary expense.
Maybe I underestimated what we could do in-house. But stick around just a little longer. This area is known for its shady characters, so anything could happen. Sawridge Cattle Company was just a tumbleweed's roll away.
All right. A little longer then, if you're genuinely concerned.
Okay. Oh, he wants cover. Okay. Hopefully that's good. Oh, we got a new contract. Okay, that was kind of quick. Complete an expedition. Easy. I will definitely rather do that. Thank you. Love going on expeditions. Where is my park? Oh. I was like, did they just erase my park? I think we have enough pterosaurs. I think the guests need, like, other dinos at this point. Let's do Majungasaurus. Okay, we need to work on our amenities, guys. Where's our restaurant here? Let's change the product. Right now we got sushi. Let's see people like that. It seems like they would rather have burgers and fries. Okay. Burgers and fries. Or crepes. Okay, I guess burgers and fries, and then we gotta put features. Maybe a statue. They really like the jukeboxes.
Mr. Finch, I was just talking to our client about their ambitions to expand the park. Do you have something you want to explain?
Okay, don't be mad, but I have a lot of friends / enemies / debt in Vegas.
Hi,
and
Mr.
I know
Spock.
we need a crisis manager if we ever wanted to cut through
Not
the red
friends,
tape
why
and
friends
expand
she?
the site. And guess what? It worked, huh? Of course, Lily stormed off as soon as I told her, but she's dealt
Have
with
I?
jobs
I have
falling
seen
apart
Jurassic
before.
Park 1.
I said she was at Jurassic World, didn't I?
I've seen
I
all the
understand
Jurassic
your
Parks and
point,
Jurassic
Finch.
Worlds. Jurassic Park
But
1 is
I
what
confess,
basically
The
like
client will be
a
happy.
huge part of what made me want to
The
be a
red tape is down, but the
paleontologist.
land still needs to be paid for. We should generate enough funds to make this
Ooh.
happen.
Okay, I'll have to check out Dinosaur World then next time. I'm gonna put it up on my bookmarks. Okay. They still don't love accommodations. Oh, because I forgot to put a shopping thing in. They want to shop till they drop. While they're about to get eaten by dinosaurs. There we go. Gift shop. What do you think they would have in the gift shop of Jurassic Park, guys? I'll put a Titanosaur. We're researching the Amargasaurus. I need to get more of that genome out, I think. Okay, they're selling books. I mean, that would be cool for some of us, but I feel like most people are not going to want that. Hats. Weird. This, I feel like this game really gives me insight into, like, why theme parks, like, sell what they do. Because, like, every time I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool to have, like, books and sushi and whatever. And then, like, all the stats are like, no, they just want burgers and fries and they want hats. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that checks. And t-shirts. Just like what you see at like every theme park. Whoa. What is happening? Ooh, we have more room for dinosaurs. Thanks for the heart, Carlos. Ara ara. Okay, so, So we have like all this, and then we can unlock that. That's nice.
The prospect of a breeding program helped secure this contract. And now
That
it's time
is
to deliver on
awesome. Now we can
Dr.
put in
Caldera,
actual
I assume your research applies to
dinosaurs,
flying
guys.
reptiles as well?
In science,
Actual
we don't
dinosaurs.
assume. We postulate, we hypothesize, we test.
Aren't those just very fancy words for guess?
Okay, so I've studied flying reptiles a little less. Not so big on heights, but the principles are very much the same. Our flyers will need nests if we're going to encourage their natural wild behaviors.
Fossil displays. People want a fossil display here. Finally. Okay, and bean bags. Okay. Okay, nesting area. How are you gonna do that? I guess enclosure. We need a small nesting area. Confused. We can't put it in a dome. Why can't we put it in here? Maybe we have to put this in first? That wouldn't make sense. Would it? Okay, I'll try it. Let's expand their dome, see. Okay. Unless that's like the wrong one. Yeah, okay. I think you're right. Go for stroker. Okay, let's get a refund. Oh, we used the dino emote. Yes, I just, oh no. Who are the game characters? They're like the scientists talking to the investors and the hackers. If you guys are subscribers, I put in a bunch of dino emotes for you that I personally picked out and uploaded. Okay. Hatchery, delivery zone. Aviary dome. Lagoon. Lagoon hatchery. Marine animal nesting area. Flying reptile nesting area. This is what we need. We need to research it first. Okay. Now we're doing it. Oh, thank you. Wallace Bester. Thank you. Wallace Bester 75. I appreciate it. Have I ever played Ark? I have a while ago, but I need to play it again. We got it, guys. We got it, guys. Okay. Let's give them a nest and see what happens. Ooh, this is serious. Oh, the little babies. They're so happy. Okay. There we go. Let's see what they do.
The site is getting more impressive by the day, but increasing diversity within our population would provide both scientific and entertainment value. That should be our next target.
Okay, so now they can create babies, I guess. I might have to move that other pterosaur to its own enclosure, but we'll see. Okay, let's, in the meantime, let's add a dino. Let's get the Tyrannosaurs out. It's time. They need a nice big enclosure. And try to build to the edge of the park. Oh. Okay, there we go. And they're probably gonna try to get out a lot and eat everyone. Okay. Maybe boost park appeal. That's kind of what we're doing anyway. Ooh, a pteranodon claimed the nest, guys. They like it. They like it. Aw, you used the Shinji. Getting the Ava. Go for Stroker. Yes, true. We need more power because otherwise they are gonna definitely escape, and we want to avoid that. Oh. For sure. Okay. And need to assign a team. And we need a gate. And we need a way for guests to look out at these beautiful Tyrannosaurs. Just like that. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new food gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
I mean, there is a viewing gallery. There's not dinosaurs in there yet, but there will be. Okay. Shit. But now we need a hatchery. Forgot about that part. Okay. We need to move some things around. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of one of them domes. I'm probably gonna have to get rid of this. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. I need to see this happen. I'm on a mission, guys. Okay. We did it. We did it. Okay. Now we gotta get the power back online. Or bad things will happen. There. Whoa. I did not know you could do that. Okay. Now... Oh, we have a pterosaur egg. I don't know if I've ever, like, bred dinosaurs before here. Or no, that just means it's, like, occupied. There's 2 eggs. There's 2 eggs. This is the mommy. Kind of hard to see. This is the daddy. He is hiding in the tree, I guess. Yeah, hold on to your butts. Exactly, Dr. Bristle. Hi, Vetter. I'm doing well. How about you? It is not possible to clone dinosaurs because their DNA is turned into rock, but we can kind of reverse engineer chickens a little bit. We can't really make them into full dinosaurs. We don't have that technology, but we can use CRISPR to edit genes and make older traits appear. We haven't been able to make them full dinosaurs yet, though. They're more like chicken with like a chicken with a long snout and teeth, or a longer tail. Yeah, don't be like Nedry. Didn't say the magic word. Okay. Let's check on our... Do we have wait. Can I make a baby? Okay. Ugh. We need more money, guys. Okay, what other dinos can we make? I don't want to make those. Boring. I want to make you Tyrannus. Yes, it is the Chickenosaurus project. I'm pretty sure it's defunct. No. You're relaxing. That's good. Yeah, that's true. Maybe if the people were enclosed, it would be safer. True, I gotta make the park more interesting, so maybe we do have to hatch some other dinos. Maybe I will make a Myosaurus. Can I make this? No. Fine. This one's cheaper. Let's do it. Oh, not debunked, sorry, defunct. Like, it's defunded and they've stopped work on that a while ago. That's what I've heard anyway. Thank you, Joe. Ada for the heart. Okay, so I guess we won't be getting you Tyrannus tonight, but it's okay. Okay, meanwhile, let's see what expeditions we can work on. See if we can sell anything too. They want Geosternbergia. Neptunia. Oh, they're waiting on space. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, Mesozoic world. A lot of the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park are actually from the Cretaceous, too. Yabba dabba doo. You guys like the Flintstones? I haven't watched it in so long. Jurassic tar pits. That could be cool. I haven't planned to, but could be interesting. Oh, you lasted a month. I'm still like, yeah, I don't know how far this is into the game because they keep having me jump between. I was in the Montana park and then another park, and now I'm back at the Montana park. They're working hard. Oh, wait. I was like, what is happening? The game is paused. Oops. Okay, we're speeding it up. I didn't know you could do that. I just figured that out. Okay, we have Gallimimus ready. Let's do it. Let's just do all of them. Why not? I guess I might want a hotel, but we don't have enough money for that yet. Can I do a Ray cosplay? I have done a Ray cosplay in the past. A small hotel. This might be good. Got some things to sell. Okay. Majungasaurus. Meanwhile, let's see. Okay, we need more money to do more expeditions, but we gotta get up to 40 flying reptiles here. But we can release some babies. Look at our babies. Baby dinos, baby Gallimimus. They're cute. But they want trees.
I've been reaching out to potential clients and have now had all the responses I wanted. The news is, well, I think you'll be as pleased and pleasantly surprised as I am. But let's talk about this with a map in front of us.
Uh-oh. Okay, we unlocked a new park.
East Asia. Vast, mysterious.
East
And of course,
Asia.
so much discovery and history, progress.
That's
But
exciting.
you know, it's a complex, chaotic world out there.
Yeah, they
And
need
now,
trees and water.
that
Yep, yep,
global
yep.
complexity, that
But they took them
continental
away from
chaos
my
will have
babies.
another fascinating variable to it.
But yeah, new park.
What could possibly go wrong?
Flintstones rock.
Certainly
I like
nothing
that.
we can't
Literally.
handle, I'm sure. But allow me to give a proper briefing on these incredible opportunities.
My colleague Ross Geller. I always forget he's a
There are
paleontologist because they
millions of
hardly
local
like
dinosaur
show him doing
populations.
paleontology.
We are tasked with developing a facility to monitor and handle any outbreaks. A conservation-minded client in China has asked for our help in creating a spacious
Yeah, Slam 4 Time is so
sanctuary for
good.
prehistoric giants. And there is a theme park in Japan that has fallen to
A dinosaur that gives
We will need to put it back
platypus
in working
vibes.
order
I would
and
say
make it
some
the success it was
ornithopods kind of
always
give me that
meant to
vibe.
be.
Whoa, there's a lot of parks
All
over
three of these
there.
sites are significant, both in the importance of the work and in their benefit to our global reputation. These clients expect a lot of us. We best not disappoint.
Do they have a DLC with the Rebirth Dinos and Mutants? I don't know if they do. I haven't really looked into the DLCs for this. Okay, let me get them some water. And then... let's see. Here they go. Ground cover. They want ground leaf. Here we go. And then they want wetland. Okay, so they should be happy now. Yeah, that was some good progress. Okay. I want to make sure I save.
Our weather forecast has been updated. The hurricane threat level has been raised.
Forgot how to save in here. I feel like it saves automatically. Oh, here it goes. Okay. What's today? 4/9/2026. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna end it for tonight, guys. But next time we play Jurassic World or Jurassic Builder 3, we'll get to go to Southeast Asia for a new park, so that'll be fun. But I think next week I'm gonna try to go back and finish Dino Crisis with you guys. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to stream like IRL this weekend, so pay attention for that. I hope to see you guys there. And thank you for coming. I love you guys. Love you, Dino Nuggets. I had a lot of fun today. No, thank you for coming. Have a good night or day or afternoon. Bye. It's time to react to episode 2 of the Netflix documentary, The Dinosaurs. I'm Ray Suga. I'm a real life paleontologist with a PhD, and today I'm going to be reacting